Welcome everybody to another video of Ancient Greece Reloaded. Today we will talk about the 6 labors of the famous hero Theseus. By the way, if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so as to stay tuned for upcoming videos. Heracles is probably the most famous ancient Greek hero, and we all know many of his stories, including Heracles' 12 labors, as said by King Eurystheus. What is more, Theseus is also one of the most famous heroes of Greek mythology, ranking perhaps only second to Heracles in terms of fame and deeds. And as a young man, Theseus also had his own labors that became famous later on. When of age, it became time for Theseus to claim his birthright, for Theseus was the son of King Aegeus of Athens. Consequently, the time came for Theseus leaving Troezen and making his way to Athens. This journey would have been straightforward and easy if Theseus would have chosen the sea route, but instead Theseus decided to go by foot along the road around the Saronic Gulf. Going by land meant that Theseus would be following a dangerous path around the Saronic Gulf, where he would encounter a string of 6 entrances to the underworld, each guarded by a chthonic enemy. Young, brave and ambitious, Theseus decided to go alone by the land route and defeated many bandits and enemies along the way, which later would become known as his 6 labors. 1. Theseus and Periphetes. The first entrance to the underworld was at Epidavros, and there was to be found Periphetes, a son of Hephaestus. Periphetes was known as the club bearer, for he wielded a bronze club which he used to beat those he roped into the ground. Moreover, he was also lame and used the club as a crutch. When Theseus encountered Periphetes, he would take the club from the bandit and beat him into the ground, just as Periphetes had done to so many travelers. Theseus then kept Periphetes' club as his own, like a trophy. 2. Theseus and Sinis. On the isthmus of Corinth, Theseus would then encounter a robber named Sinis. Sinis was given the epithet of Pittheus, which translates as he who bends pine trees, for this was the method by which he killed travelers he had caught. Sinis tied people to 2 pine trees that he bent down to the ground, then let the trees go, tearing his victims apart. Sinis was of course overcome by Theseus, and the bandit then suffered the same fate as those he had robbed. Sinis also had a beautiful daughter, Perigune, and Theseus would sleep with her, resulting in the first male heir of Theseus, Melanippus. 3. Theseus and the Crommyonian Sow. Continuing along the road, Theseus would come to Crommyon. The land here was being ravaged by a monstrous offspring of Typhoon and Echidna, the Crommyonian Sow, and as Heracles managed to kill various beasts and animals, so did Theseus overcome and defeat the beast. Theseus was thus said to have killed the Crommyonian Sow. Some say that the Crommyonian Sow was called Phia, others assert this was the name of the old woman who raised the pig, whilst others claim that the Crommyonian Sow was not a beast at all, but rather the name given to a female bandit named Phia who robbed travelers. 4. Theseus and Sciron. Traveling on near Megara, Theseus reached a point called the Skironian Rocks. There Theseus encountered another robber, this time the elderly Sciron. Along a narrow cliff-face pathway, Sciron would stop travelers, forcing them to cleanse his feet. As these travelers knelt, so Sciron would kick them over the cliff edge, where below a giant turtle waited to devour the fallen travelers. Theseus would hurl Sciron from the cliff, where Sciron himself was devoured by the turtle. 5. Theseus and Kerkyon. Near Eleusis, Theseus encountered the king of Eleusis, a cruel ruler named Kerkyon. Of enormous strength, Kerkyon would challenge travelers to a wrestling bout, promising his kingdom if he was bested. Of course, Kerkyon always won, at least until Theseus came along. Theseus, using skill rather than brute strength, managed to lift Kerkyon up and dashed him on the ground, thus killing him. This 5th labor of Theseus would have made Theseus king of Eleusis, but instead Theseus gave the kingdom to Hippothous or Hippothon, the grandson of Kerkyon. Theseus did that willingly, because Hippothon was the son of Poseidon and Alope, Kerkyon's daughter. It was also said that Theseus also slept with the daughters of Kerkyon. 6. Theseus and Procrustes. The sixth labor undertaken by Theseus on his way to Athens also occurred near Eleusis, for the Greek hero would meet a bandit named Procrustes or Polypemon. Procrustes would seemingly generously offer a traveler a bed for the night. Procrustes would make sure the bed matched the dimensions of the traveler, not by adjusting the bed, but by adjusting the traveler. Thus, the traveler who did not fill the bed would be stretched until they were tall enough, whilst those who were too tall would have their feet cut off. In other words, Procrustes had two beds and would make sure to give the traveler the bed that would not fit him or her, hence always killing the traveler in the end. Theseus once again employed Procrustes' own method on him, cutting off his legs and decapitating him with his axe. By completing these 6 labors, Theseus had cleared the route from Troezen to Athens, and now it would prove a less deadly journey for those who traveled the road by foot. Theseus himself was not yet clear of danger though, for Medea was the consort of King Aegeus in Athens, and she had no wish to see an heir of the king succeeding her own son Medus as the next king of Athens. Finally, we have a dedicated video about Medus, which you can watch for more details. Let us finish with the following saying: the words of truth are simple by nature. Periphetes. That being said, remember guys to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, it would help us a lot. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for upcoming videos.